Wow, we're in the same room together. Look at that, folks.
Wow, look at that.
Man,
So today we have one camera feed. We're at Dan's house.
We've merged.
Dan knows how
merged dimensions.
Dan decorates a lot better.
Thank you.
This is Penguins Pointers 41. We're at Dan's house tonight. He invited me to come over to watch Game 4.
This is it.
He's
getting there.
He's hoping to change the luck from Game 3.
Well, they win when I watch here. When I go over somebody else's house, they tend to lose for the big screen.
I'm still following my trend of not wearing Penguins gears during the games.
Nothing.
I'm not buying into it. So we got a couple things we're going to talk about before today's game. First thing we wanted to talk about is everybody's been talking about, damn, what is going on with the power play? What are you getting out of it?
Nothing. A whole lot of nothing. That's what I've been getting. I just think the passing too much. They just need to shoot more. I know it's a cliche, but just shoot the puck, create some havoc, get your zone entries cleaned up. That's the thing. They're having trouble entering into the zone, and I think that's just creating this lackluster effort. When's the last time they scored on the power play? Probably.
Last time was on the 5-on-3, and it's one of those, if you don't score on the 5-on-3.
You're pretty bad on the power play.
That's not good.
It's not.
Low shots, they've been almost giving up shorthanded goals. Twice they had 2 good chances, Nashville did in Game 3 to almost score. And it really didn't look like much of a power play when the Penguins were on the power play. And part of it is because Bonino was out of the lineup.
Sure.
High probability he won't be in the lineup tonight. I hope he's not.
So.
I think he needs the time to
rest
up maybe if he can for Game 5, but I don't think a good place to put him into a tough environment in Game 4 where
potentially get
injured further.
More injured.
So,
correct.
But I agree, though. The power play needs to throw the puck more at the net. One thing I've always said, and you've heard me bring the stat up numerous times in old versions, Stanley Cup is you put the puck on the goaltender.
Yep.
Bad angle shot, no angle shot, cross pass, not even trying to shoot it on net. Just put it in front of the goaltender. Make him make a move. Make him try to make a save. Pecorine even had said in the postgame, he said, one thing that's hard about Pittsburgh is they pass the puck a lot.
We do.
When the goaltender goes, you pass the puck a lot. You pass the puck a lot. So I think they need to calm down with that. Trust their shooters. I mean, Malkin and Kessel, both of them are becoming pass happy. They're both great shooters.
Just take the shot. You got the lane. Just go for it.
I know Malkin showed frustration saying, hey, we don't have a lot of time and space to work with out there. But when you don't have the puck on your stick and it's flying at the net, the player's not looking at you. And then there's the second and third rebound chances that you hope Pecorine gives up. So that covers 2 points we wanted to talk about. Power play, first of all. Shots I wanted to bring up as always.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to talk about Mata because I'd spent a whole series on why he shouldn't be on the ice or in any team jersey. But
delete.
Just needs to disappear, man. He's just
obsolete.
He's just awful. The only goal they gave up in Game 2 was his fault.
I know. Put him on Monday Night Raw. It's awful too. So
you're gonna run out of room on the list because you keep putting him on the list.
I did put him on the list. Don't you worry, Mata. You made the list.
Dan, you wanted to talk about Kessel.
I do. He's been almost doing a point per game, but I felt like lately, I don't know. It's just what do you think about him? Just need more out of him.
He's not talking enough to himself on the bench.
Oh,
Where's the yelling at the bench?
How about the game on Saturday when at the end he was pissed, and I did like that at the end. That was
the only thing that there's a twofold to that, but we'll talk about Kessel first. I think, in all honesty, he needs to, like I said earlier with Malkin, put the puck on net. You have a wicked wrist shot, an even harder slap shot.
He can score
when it's on net. Sometimes it misses a lot.
Sure.
Sometimes it misses,
but at least.
But when it's on the net, it's a laser, and almost any goaltender he's beaten. Volpe, Bobrovsky, Anderson.
Anderson, he did. I think.
You know what I mean?
He
can beat any of them with that shot, even either one. But what were we going to go at after that? I said a 2-pointer. What was I going at?
Power play, Bonino.
Right.
What about Gensel?
Yeah, Gensel went away from 14 goals.
Incredible.
How about that? Can tie the record.
It doesn't surprise me. I just, think of where he started this year, and now look at where he's at.
I was at that game.
His debut?
Yeah, we lost.
Well.
You know why we lost? They kept trying to give the puck to him so he can get a hat trick. I'm not kidding you. You're watching that game. Every pass went to Gensel in the offensive zone. They were trying so hard to get him a hat trick. I'm like, you guys
don't do that.
You let the game get away from you because you were trying so hard to do that.
He's only, 21?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
21. He's running with
the talent.
He's running with the big boys.
Yeah, he slumped in Ottawa, but you know what? He's really picked up nicely.
Who's really slumped? Connor Sheary. And maybe it's because he's being masked up by Getzel this year. But
Sure,
Sherry
you
really
can make that argument, definitely.
he's very sporadic. Some games he really brings it, and then other games you're like, where is he? Where is he? Is he even out there on the ice
tonight and put Archibald or who else were they talking about putting in? Crap, Archibald and Kuhnhackl.
Right. See, I don't know though. I don't think that they need to per se bench him. I think what they need to do is go back to what I said with putting Sid and the kid line back together.
Okay.
They need to put Sid and the kid line back together. They need to break up. This is what I wanted to talk about earlier, and I forgot. They need to break up Malkin and Kessel.
Mm-hmm.
I know you want 2 prolific scorers on your second line to bring some heat, but Nashville does not have enough defensive pairings to cover 3 lines with 3 different stars on it. So you give Crosby his first line, you give Malkin the second, and Kessel on the third line. Nashville's going to have to skimp on a weak defense line on one of the lines, and that's going to open one of them up.
My only issue is who do you put with Kessel? That would be the issue. I mean, and I'm still waiting to find out the lines. I have not.
Well, you could make a makeshift, put Hagelin down there with him, and then put somebody like Rowney on the third line. Bump one of them up to give him a bit of a tougher guy.
Okay,
but I see what you're getting at.
You know, that's
tough because
the danger.
We don't have Bonino, so you can't run the third line.
As far as we know, I haven't seen anything.
I'm going to say no. I really am. At this point, I know they like to wait till the last minute and they go, he's a game time decision. We listened to some of the comments he was making in the locker room, and he flat out said it's not fun right now. That means he's in a lot of pain. Don't get me wrong. He wants to be on the ice. But to me, it comes across as he's in a lot of pain right now.
This whole team, I mean, this team, think about it. They're tired. And
it reminds me a lot of Trevor Daley last year. Trevor Daley, same deal. Got injured, wanted to be in the Stanley Cup Finals so hard, and just he couldn't do it. He was injured. And I think that's where Bonino's at. He hasn't – I think the injury's a lot worse than people were making it out to be.
Bonino leaves ice prematurely, warm-ups prematurely. Not a good sign for tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to say they're going to pull him off because it's just one of the other things.
You want to risk.
Well, it's a risk, and it's also players are going to be after him. They'll target him. Put a little whack down there, maybe shoot a puck around.
And then he's even more injured, and he's out for
and then you lose him.
For the whole series.
Right, for the rest of the way. You don't want to do that.
No.
I agree, though. It'd be tough to figure out who to put. I think Sullivan is a very smart coach and could probably figure out how to make a makeshift third line.
He could.
Maybe double shift.
Trust Sully.
Shift one of the centers. Maybe if you want to double shift Malkin, if he's having a good game, give Malkin the second and third line.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. Put Cully up on the third line.
You could
do that. I know he's an older player. He's good with defensive zone faceoffs.
Yeah.
So I think that would be a good idea.
Possibility.
The only thing with that is Cullen doesn't have the same speed that Kessel and Hagelin would bring if they're on the same line.
He's older.
He's an older player.
Fatigue could set in.
So, and that's another point. I just thinking about it now. The Penguins are very tentative at the blue line. There's only really one way to bring the puck in on Nashville that's effective. And the Penguins want to try 2 ways that don't work, and they're not trying the way that probably works better. The first way is they like to do a lot of passes right at the blue line to pull the defenseman off of a player to get him open. The problem with that is the Nashville defense is very good in the neutral zone and poke checks a lot and can turn the puck over and get odd man rushes. We saw it in Game 3. We saw it partially in Game 2. The other thing that they do wrong is they try to dump the puck around the horn behind Pecorine. Pecorine is a lot like Fleury in the regard that he will go out and play the puck.
Sure.
And he is a very good goaltender when it comes to playing the puck. He reads plays very well. He uses the boards very well. And he knows how to send the puck around and get it out of the zone very quickly. And that's breaking up a lot of the forecheck that the Penguins want to bring by dumping it in there. The way they need to get the puck into the zone is an old Letang style. I know he's not in, but take a page out of his book where Letang used to dump it straight up in the air so that the players have to look at the puck, see where it's going.
Mm-hmm.
And he always dumped it into the dead corner where the goaltender can't play it. Because of the way the pie shape rule is, there's the corner boards where he can't go and touch the puck because of a penalty rule. Put it there. He can't come out of the net to play it.
Nope.
You now have the defenseman looking up or backtracking, and you can be straight full speed on a forecheck trying to beat them to the puck. That's the way I've been seeing. That's the only way I see to get around Nashville's defense. And once you do that, then you can start doing the plays like dumping it around the horn or trying to make fancy passes at the blue line, because now Nashville has to play honest to the fact that you might just dump it in the corner and go play catch. So I think it's something that maybe I'm hoping they addressed. I'm sure they spent a lot more time trying to figure out where the power play shut down.
Trying to enter the zone. I know they worked on
they can't, and that's what I'm saying. That's the pass-happy mentality. Like I said, at the blue line, they want to keep passing before they enter. If you go in full speed, somebody has to be open.
Mm-hmm.
The law of average, it's 5-on-4. Someone's open.
Got that extra man, use it, please.
And what's funny is how many times have we seen the Penguins enter the zone? Sidney Crosby has the puck. There's 2 guys on him. That means 2 Penguins are wide open.
Right.
And you're telling me you can't get the puck either across between those players or all the way around the boards hard enough that Rene can't stop it so that the other guy on the far side can pick it up wide open. And the other thing that I've noticed that, and I'm being critical tonight because there was a lot of things that went wrong in Game 3.
Yes.
And they can be correct. They had the greatest setup to win Game 3 and take a 3-0 lead. And it was you scored the first goal within 3 minutes, shut the crowd up.
They did for a time.
Then you had 2 power plays in the first period, and you could have gone up 2-0 on the road.
They didn't capitalize
and really shut the crowd down and take Nashville out of it. And they didn't. And they let Nashville come back in it. Murray gave up 4 goals on a glove side. I'm still pissed about that. I've been saying that. I'd rather have Fleury. Murray I will tolerate, but the thing I don't like about him is he's stubborn in the sense that for a year now we've known his weak side is glove up high, and they exploit it. Every single team does it. Every team does it, and you would think in the offseason they would spend time on that. The Penguins have great goaltending coaches. You think they would have spent time on improving him at such a young age that he would do better at it.
I think they would. Hopefully.
And yet he gives up 4 on the glove side. One of them was a bank shot. I'll give him that one. But the other 3, come on. He's got to be better than that. And I'm hoping he does like he always does with the rebound games in Game 4s.
7-0.
Yeah.
Hey,
after
the
loss,
numbers.
I'll give him credit.
Yep.
He's a very good rebound goaltender.
His maturity and confidence level, too, from what I've heard. Like, I met him. He comes across as calm, nice guy, For being our age, that's a lot of pressure.
Right.
And the Stanley Cup Finals and the way he handles it, class.
Right. And you hear it in the I was watching the off-day interview with him, and he said, look, hey, I treat every game the same. He says it's a game. I have a job that I need to do.
He knows.
And I need to do it better.
Yep.
So, and I'm hoping he brings that mindset.
I'm glad he admitted because some players won't.
No, some players will sit there and say, oh, I felt like I played a good. No, you didn't.
Nope.
5 goals on a stretch of 15 shots.
Not good enough.
That's not good, especially when if he would have at least stopped 1 or 2 of them, it leaves it at 3-1. You can still get into that game in the third period. There's still time to score 2 goals. When you fall behind 5-1, and this is where the train really derailed, and we saw things like Malkin taking a dirty hit, Crosby boarding a guy, Kessel whacking people with the stick. What happens
out of hand?
They're already, and Sullivan won't admit that they're frustrated, but they are. When you see a cam shot in the third period of Crosby and Malkin,
they were both in the
box together, the wheels have fallen off a little bit.
A little bit.
Just not a lot. Not like, hit the panic button, we're in trouble. But, yeah, like we used to. But more or less, they're really getting on their nerves here. And that's frustrating when they know they can do better than 1 goal, but then they turn around and see that the goaltender couldn't make any saves to keep them in the game. And now the frustration goes because now they're like, I can't even get 1 goal, let alone we need 4. And that's what that frustration was in Game 3. They were frustrated they couldn't score. They were frustrated that they fell out of the game because they didn't have any big saves down back and that they're so accustomed to by having 2-star goaltenders. And I think that's where Game 3 really got away from them. They had the great start. They had the setup to take Game 3 and put a commanding lead on this series. They didn't. They have a shot tonight to still put a commanding lead on this series. I hope they do. I'm concerned because, NHL got it right. NHL, I ran the simulation, as you guys know I do all the time. That game was the weirdest game ever. So Pittsburgh takes a 1-0 lead, falls behind 3-1, then goes 3-2, then falls behind 4-2, ties it up in the final minute, sends it to overtime, and they win in overtime 5-4. That's NHL's prediction tonight, Dan. It says 5-4 Pittsburgh in overtime, a game that has multiple lead changes. What are you picking on your end?
Mine's close. I'm going with 3-2. I think the Pens pull it out in regulation. That's my prediction.
You think the power play clicks tonight or no?
Yes. I think they worked on it. They can improve on it. They will capitalize, hopefully, for their sake, on the power play.
You think Getzel gets his 14th?
Maybe. It wouldn't surprise me.
I think tonight we're going to see a goal from one of the 3 main guys. I really do. I think we're either going to see a goal from Crosby, Malkin, or Kessel. That frustration that you usually see from players in a previous game channels to the next game. Malkin still needs to cool his kettle down a little bit.
Yes.
He still takes the dumb penalties. Kessel at least goes to the bench and yells at himself.
Sure,
which is hysterical. And Crosby's more of the reserved, calm, keeps it internally and channels it into the game. Every once in a while, like in Game 3, he took a dirty hit, but frustration gets the best of every player.
It happens.
They're all human. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens tonight. In Nashville, I'll give them credit. They throw on a hell of a show for the crowd, and they have a great fan base down there. I mean, that place was rocking, dude. I mean, that's one of the louder arenas we've seen in the playoffs.
It's a great atmosphere.
So I hate the Catfish. I really hate the Catfish.
We're not even going to talk. Don't even go there.
I hate it.
It's not even worth discussing.
I hate it.
I just don't care.
I like the octopus.
Sure.
Like
it was a rip-off.
That's a one-time thing.
Rip-off.
That's like when everybody tries to steal a terrible towel from the Steelers. Like, come on. No.
The original's always the best.
Just, you know what would be great? My dad said it. One of the Penguins just go out there and just step on the head of the Catfish with their skate.
Ooh.
Just cut it.
Ooh.
And just be like,
disgusting.
this is what we're doing.
That's nasty.
So, all righty. Well, we got our predictions. Dan says 3-2. NHL says 5-4 in overtime. I'm still not wearing Penguin gear. I'm at his house now. So maybe we'll get a win.
Good luck. They win when I watch here.
If not, we go back even to Pittsburgh. We still have the home ice, so as long as they don't botch a home game, the math's in their favor. Nashville still has to win a game in Pittsburgh. And the way the Penguins have played at home, regular season and playoffs, that's a tall task to ask. Not to say Nashville can't. They've already proved almost every bracket wrong in the regard of they were the bottom seed and went through some pretty tough Western teams, and they've made their way here. So, I mean, they were the bottom seed, and they found their way to the finals, so give them credit. But we're going to find out tonight, Dan. We're either going to be looking at 2-2 or 3-1, and that's a big difference, especially with Game 5 being in Pittsburgh. So the Penguins could possibly finally win a championship in home.
I hope.
At home for the first time. That'd be a big deal. We almost did it last year.
So close.
Someone got in the way.
So close.
We had to go to the Shark Tank. Still great.
Yes, but it all worked out.
Yeah. But that's it for tonight, guys. We hope you enjoy the game. We hope we don't lose it. I don't eat catfish. I still hate it. Tell you what, they're going to be sleeping with the fishes. That's what's going to happen in Nashville.
Luca Brasi. I love Godfather. Great movie.
All righty, guys. We'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in. Dan, real quick, give a shout out to your channel.
Well, folks, as you all know, Extreme Rules was last night, so check out my channel, youtube.com/DanielGuyza412 for all my latest thoughts. And, of course, we are now officially on the road to Money in the Bank on June 18th and Great Balls of Fire on July 9th. So there's a lot to talk about in the wrestling world. youtube.com/DanielGuyza412. Check it out, man. Yeah, that's it.
What you said. All right, guys, enjoy the game. We'll catch you guys next time. Take care.
Let's go, Pens.